How's it going, folks? T-Biz here, and we got the new Motu Origins Skeletor. I don't know if you could consider or call it that because it's not the SDCCCC version, but hey, it's new for 2020. Modern posing retro play, the Skeletor Evil Lord of Destruction, which is awesome. But at the same time, I have mixed feelings, and we'll get into that when I pop this sucker open. But let's check out the card first. Front of the card, it's a pretty new design. You've got some stars mixed in right there, which wasn't like on the the old version or whatever of the Motu cards. Even the boulders, the blast boulders, are a little bit different, and we can compare that with our old Merman. Yeah, it's very different. No stars, just a blue background on top, and yeah. And this is old back when you had Evil Lyn and Triclops and Faker and Trapjaw and stuff. So yeah, and Manny Faces and Ram Man. So yeah, really, really cool. Awesome. But yeah, just wanted to compare that real quick. And this card is different. We've got some cool art by Axel Jimenez, which featured here. The nefarious overlord Skeletor wants to control the power within Grayskull, so that's pretty awesome. And there's another little info. Modernizing and celebrating the original 80s Masters of the Universe action figures. Masters of the Universe Origins gives you the power to pose Eternia's greatest warriors as retro-style figures or in new action-packed battle positions. Yeah, I'm very retro. That's crazy. 44 years old and very retro. But yeah, fit Havoc staff into hand, twist into powerful battle positions. And if you got any questions, go to service@mattel.com. Ordered this up, actually bought this off of eBay because you can't find it here in Texas right now, at least not that I know of. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of this wave too. We've got Teela, Man-at-Arms, Evil Lyn, and Beastman. I already have He-Man. I don't know if there's going to be any color variations or anything like that. I doubt it, really. I've seen the pictures and stuff, but yeah, I already have him, so that's cool. But yeah, let's go ahead and rip this guy open and check him out. Well, folks, let's dip right into this figure. He is cool. Don't get me wrong, he's cool, but I was hoping the mouth would be hinged, but no, we're not getting that. And then I hope that there'd be a little gradient on the painting, you know, on the face and everything, but nah. But at the same time, the thing about his face is weird. I mean, it's cool, but at the same time, I guess you can imagine he's either screaming, some kind of hellish scream, or laughing, or whatever, but he kind of looks shocked. That's kind of a funny thing. And then I wanted to compare him to some of the old paint jobs, and yeah, here's the hardhead version. Yeah, you can tell there's going to be differences, you know. And I'm just being probably a little bit anal or whatever, you know, since I'm a lifelong Motu fan. But here's a battle armor Skeletor. Just wanted to compare just the contrast and how these old vintage faces were painted and stuff like that compared to the new. And I'm sure some people are going to whip it out some crazy customs. And here's the dilapidated Skeletor. So I don't know, it just seems like, to me, if you compare, it just seems like the paint's just blobbed on a little bit. But once again, don't get me wrong, I like this figure a lot, but at the same time, that's just probably my only discrepancy or whatever. That I guess that lofts me in there with all those retentive Marvel Legend fans. But yeah, that complain constantly, but still collect the figures. But yeah, yeah, I like the posing on this guy is awesome, as you would expect from Motu Origins. But yeah, and it's cool too because we get a new Minicomic, and I'm not sure if Axel did this too. It doesn't say, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody because this is an actual Minicomic. It's not like a little 2-page thing like the Masters of the WWE Universe and stuff like that. It's an actual full-fledged comic, so it's really cool. And you see we've got the Shadow Beasts on there, so I wonder if we'll be getting a re-release of the Shadow Beasts soon. And I wonder if we'll be getting any like more vehicles like the Wind Raider and stuff. Here's his Havoc staff. Good old Havoc staff. I should have gone and searched for my old one, but don't want to get too bogged down with comparisons. And here's the power sword. Like that vintage old school look, reminds me of the Minicomics. And looks like you'll be able to put this one together with He-Man's. And another thing I like too, but I kind of wished, I don't know, it's cool they have the little guard there so it'll actually hold the sword, because that was the one complaint that I had with the He-Man from the He-Man, the Motu Origins He-Man, is that yeah, he wouldn't hold the sword very well. It would kind of fall out here and there. But that's cool because we're gonna get the same style of sword with that He-Man, so that's gonna be awesome. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Well, his armor's already coming off a little bit. Pick that back on. But yeah, there we go. And I guess we can tuck the sword in the back. Well, yeah. All right. Well, hey, it's a review, so we're gonna see what's cool and what's not about this figure. But yeah, I guess, I don't know. That's kind of a booger right now. We can't get the sword to tuck back in here, so that's gonna be. And once again, I don't want to come off as, you know, lame or whatever. But yeah, I like. Okay, cool. You just gotta mess with it a little bit. You can get that sword to fit there. Cool. And give him his good old Havoc staff. Snap that in. So he holds that pretty well. That's pretty cool. Whoop. Maybe not. But that's why we're going to check this guy out. But yeah, that's a pretty cool pose. That's awesome. Wonder if we get some variants. Need a cool little blast effect for his hand. That'd be awesome. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Not a bad figure. Not bad at all. Just the paint just seems kind of weird on the face. If you look closely, it just seems like the yellow was just like blopped on, just like slop blopped on. Almost like a big giant egg splattered on his face, or even a bunch of mustard. But yeah. But it's cool, man. I mean, now I got somebody for He-Man to battle, which is awesome. You can pose him. But yeah, that's the one issue though too. Or I had a couple of issues, but yeah. Guess he doesn't want to hold a sword, but you can also do this, which you would do with your old school Motu figures, is you can, yeah, just grip the sword there. So yeah, he can have his sword and his Havoc staff in hand. So that's what you did back in the old days. And it's very nostalgic because back when I was a little kid, around 5 or 6 years old, I believe, we were in Houston, Texas on vacation. I think at one of my aunt's houses or something like that. And I haven't been back there since, but we're at her house and I saw that first commercial, that Motu commercial with the Castle Grayskull and everything, the kid and the dad and all, you know, they're playing with Grayskull, and you got, I think it was Skeletor or Beastman, I can't remember. But anyways, I saw that commercial and it blew my freaking mind. It just blew my mind. And then I guess when we got back to Georgetown, I think weeks later, maybe months later, I'm not sure when because it's foggy, it's a long time ago because I'm 44 years old, but I found Skeletor at this little department store called Wynn's here in Texas. And that was the first figure that I got. I can't remember what other figures they had. They probably had Tila. They probably had Man-at-Arms. I don't even know if they had He-Man. But I picked up that Skeletor because that was the first figure that I bought. And I had to have him. And we went to the lake that day, I think. And I played with him all day in the water in the lake. And that's what I used to do with toys back then. Play with them, you know, in the water, the mud, lake, bathtub, wherever. Just, you know, it would happen. And yeah, that's my little bit of nostalgia. But yeah, this is genuinely not a bad figure. And there's another thing I wanted to bring up too. If you check out the variation in his loincloth thing or whatever. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little different. A little ornament piece right there. But yeah. And I'll try to upload a picture to my buddy Overlord Productions. He loaded up the Motu Classics head and the armor on a body on, I think it was the Skull King of Kings body, the Triple H figure. And yeah, you can do that. And that's one thing I guess we need to do too, is go ahead and rip the sucker apart, which comes apart pretty easily, and give him some different legs. And you probably give him some different armor too, make it really cool custom. But yeah, there you go. So now you can mix and match your figures, which is awesome, with your Masters of the WWE Universe. So that's really cool. So probably expect to see some pretty interesting like variants and stuff like that. But I don't think you could do that with the boots, obviously, because it looks like there's a cut in the boot. Yeah, right. The middle calf, there's a cut right there. So yeah. But yeah, there's just so much kind of want to get into, but that I'm not probably getting into just because I'm kind of just taking it back a little bit. But all in all, I'd have to say this is a pretty dope figure. I think my only thing is I was really hoping, and that was kind of stupid, that he'd be able to close his jaw, but maybe I'm just being too possibly anal, you know? But no, it works. It works. I think the more that I mess around with them, the more I dig them. But the body, you can't complain about the body at all. The body's perfect to me. This little part could be a little bit better, a little snap part. Because like compared to the vintage, yeah, that's a little, yeah. It's always going to come loose. I don't know what I'm complaining about. Yeah, that's the thing about people these days, including myself too. I have to allow myself in there, is that everybody gets bogged down with figures must be perfect, must be perfection. And if you look back in the day, not every figure is going to be perfect, But yeah, it still works. That's awesome. But yeah, not everything's going to be perfect ever, So yeah. But anyways, I had to review this figure tonight and check them out. And yeah, I must say I'm stoked. I'm really looking forward to the other figures, and yeah, this is pretty cool. I didn't pay too much for this figure, but I paid enough. Let's just say that I paid enough. I didn't pay like 4 times what it was worth, but I paid maybe 2.5 times what it's worth. But anyways, I had to have them, had to check it out. Something new to do, and yeah, something new to review. And yeah, I'm pretty stoked, but I'm really looking for the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive pack coming out. I threw down on that on BBTS, and I'm really looking forward to that because that's going to be really sick. I guess coming out in September, hopefully. Anyways, thanks for watching, y'all, and I'll be sure to include a pic of my friend Overlord and what he did with his Skull King. All right, y'all have a good one, and let me know what you think, and in the comments and stuff. Let me know what you think, and if you think I was being a little bit too ridiculous about my criticisms on this figure. But all in all, it's really a nice figure. You can pose the crap out of them. You can't, your old figures, you can't, I mean, dilapidated Skeletor still stands pretty well, but you just get, I don't know, just a lot more action, a lot more dynamic posing. So yeah, it's really cool. Once again, thanks for everybody watching. And yes, we finally hit 1,500 subscribers. I'm really stoked about that. And I need to do a Q&A, maybe a contest sometime soon, because that would be pretty cool to just show our appreciation to people and everybody that's been tuning in and supporting. Yeah, I'll stop blabbing, and we'll get on with the rest of the night. Y'all have a good one. All right, later. And just as I promised,